Hi, Acadiana. I'm meteorologist Dave Baker. Welcome to the midweek. It is a cool start on this Wednesday morning as most of us have managed to drop back into the 50s and a really pretty day for us, but unfortunately our friends to the east will be dealing with major Hurricane Milton. First, I want to say thanks to my friends over at Ritter Consulting Engineers. Before the storm hits, make sure the stuff that matters is in Matterport. Ritter Consulting Engineers can create 3D imaging of your home or business for insurance purposes, and it will all be in Matterport. Call 984-8498 or visit their website. Well, looking at the skies this morning, everything nice and clear. A little bit of a breeze, less of a breeze than yesterday, and that's allowed for some radiational cooling. So temperatures managing to fall back into the 50s across most of Acadiana. And on our traffic cams this time around, everything is clear. You shouldn't have any problems on the roadways when it comes to weather today. And for the kids going to school, might need a light jacket this morning as temperatures have dropped into the 50s and 60s. They'll shed that later this afternoon, though, as temperatures reach the mid-80s. And as I said, most of the region has managed to drop back into the 50s this morning, with our 60s reserved more toward the I-10 corridor and farther down toward the south. And there's no rain on the radar, and I don't think we're going to see any rain for a number of days. Satellite imagery showing a lot of clear skies here, but you see that upper level cloudiness, some of that outflow from Hurricane Milton down to the south, and Milton still a very powerful hurricane as it will be approaching the Florida coast later today and tonight, with significant storm surge flooding and a lot of heavy rain. The cold front is diving southward along with a bit of a trough, allowing a weakness for Milton to kind of slide toward the northeast. It's also kind of rounding a ridge of high pressure that's off to the southeast over parts of the Caribbean, but it's going to make landfall as a major hurricane, and still where exactly the eye is going to make it on shore is a bit uncertain. It could wobble anywhere between maybe 15 and 30 miles up or down the coast, and of course that would make a huge difference, either better or worse, depending on where it makes landfall. But we'll take our best guess here in just a little bit. Wind speeds are quite strong still out in the Gulf of Mexico, so small craft probably should exercise caution, especially in the eastern waters. So now we'll focus more on Hurricane Milton, which is really been stunning over the last several days, breaking records on Monday, maintaining its strength yesterday. Still a very tightly wound hurricane as it starts to move northeastward. Areas from just north of Tampa all the way down to Fort Myers are under hurricane warnings, and we have inland hurricane warnings all the way across the state, and hurricane warnings as well on the eastern side, on the Atlantic side of Florida, as this is going to make its way all the way across as a hurricane. And the intensity forecasts are keeping it as a Category 4 hurricane for the next 12 hours, but we're within about 18 hours of landfall. So as you can see there, pretty much all of the models are Cat 3 or higher. So again, we are expecting a major hurricane, and according to at least this model, which is about the closest to the official National Hurricane Center's forecast, would actually put the eye onshore just south of Tampa Bay, which would make it much better for Tampa because it would be bringing more of an offshore flow, although there will be some storm surge flooding there. But areas from Sarasota southward to Fort Myers could be seeing significant storm surge. Again, there could be a wobble in any direction, so hopefully everybody is taking heed of the warnings and evacuated if they were asked to do so. But the storm surge forecast in some cases could be over 15 feet, which is incredibly powerful. Water is extremely heavy. In fact, water is the deadliest part of the hurricane. We tell you to run from the water but hide from the wind. So the inland parishes will be hiding from, or the inland counties rather, will be hiding from the wind, but right there along the coast, very, very dangerous because of that incredible storm surge, and winds are going to cross all the way across the peninsula and make its way into the Atlantic later on. Couple of webcams to show you Tampa right there. Waters are going to start to come up a bit, even if the eye moves south of Tampa Bay, ahead of it, it is going to have much more of an onshore flow. And down in Fort Myers, I think they're going to have even better of a chance with that onshore flow from Fort Myers going up to Charlotte Harbor. We're going to see some significant storm surge, and it's going to be something to watch over the next several hours. Meanwhile, believe it or not, Leslie Leslie has become a hurricane once again. Might strengthen a little bit more out there in the Atlantic, but should turn away. And there's a couple of other areas that are being watched. And next week, we're also watching for the possibility of some new development over the western part of the Caribbean. Of course, we'll go over all that on Let's Talk Tropics live today at noon right here on Acadiana Weather Today. Up to 86 degrees for your high under mostly sunny skies. Still pleasant tonight, down to 60. Southerly winds are going to start to return for the second half of the week and the weekend, so temperatures will be up a little bit, but humidity levels will still be fairly low, so nighttime temperatures will still be dropping back into the 60s. Got another fresh cold front coming in here for you early next week. Well, I hope you enjoy Acadiana Weather Today. If you do, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on those notifications. And in between broadcasts, make sure you follow my social media pages both on Facebook and X. I'm meteorologist Dave Baker. Have a great day, and I'll see you at noon for Let's Talk Tropics.